Hello, and thank you for watching this course on Certified Ethical Hacker version 9, brought to you by INE. We're looking at Module 2, which is footprinting and reconnaissance. For this lesson, we're going to learn a little bit about Google hacking, how advanced searches work, and some of the pre-built databases that you can use to learn how to craft your own search queries. Now, something interesting to say is that Google hacking. It's kind of a sub-discipline of its own. It's vast. It is so large because Google, being the leading search engine, also provides a lot of flexibility in their search operators. So if you're careful in crafting your strings and you know what you're looking for, there are just numerous possibilities of what you can do with Google. As a matter of fact, I put here one of the images here is the title of a book, and I'm sure there are many books on this, not just this one. But it's a book called Google Hacking: Explore the Dark Side of Googling. How's that? Okay. My point being, you can dedicate a lot of time just to learn Google hacking, and it might prove really valuable for your information gathering efforts. Now, the other images correspond to the Google hacking database. This is a database of queries. They call it Google Dorks. But those are queries that are pre-built by other hackers. It's a community, and they upload them and upload a description for you to see what it does, and let you see and let you use that string in Google in order for you to find your own information. So this tool, I'm going to show it to you at a different point in this lesson. It's really valuable, and it should be used by you to learn how they craft their queries and to do your own queries when you're doing your own penetration testing. Okay, so here I am in Google, and now I am going to make a general search. I'm not going to do it for any company in particular, just going to make it a general search for demonstration purposes, in which I'm going to be looking for Excel files that would contain contact information, right? Contact information that I might be able to use in a hack. So I'm going to start with the keyword ext. This stands for extension, and then colon, and then XLSX for Excel extension. And now I'm gonna say that inside those files, I want to find in their text, so in text operator, the field name. Okay, I want to find within the text of these files the name TEL for telephone, or the field telephone. Also in the text of these files, I want to find a field called email. And why not? Let's be ambitious. If I'm lucky, let's try to find the field password. Okay? So you can see how it's built, right? We start with, okay, I'm going to filter just Excel files. But I want Excel files that have within their text a field called name, a field called telephone number, a field called email, and a field called password. Let's see what we get. Well, we get a lot of different Excel files. Who knows? Maybe some of those were not meant to be found. Not meant to be found online, right? Okay, well, some things here seems to have email and password names, but they are like descriptions, not actual fields. So I can bypass those. Let's see if I get something interesting. RMA customer form. Again, that's a formula, so it has name, telephone for people to input. Let's give this a shot. Exhibition service order. I'm downloading the Excel file. Now be careful when you do these exercises that it doesn't backfire to you. A lot of ransomware, it's being distributed using macros in Excel files. So be careful with what you find and what you download. Okay, well, this is a form, but it doesn't contain all that sensitive information I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm not gonna edit this from the video. Let's keep it real life. This is a form, right? So it has fields, but this is not filled out, at least not the personal information. So let's try to find something else. Okay, so I found in one of these results this list. It says it's about a civil forum, something I guess political or communitarian or of some sort. But perhaps not such a good idea, to have this exposed in the web, because it has the country of origin, it has the name of the person, the first name, it has the title or the position and in which organization, and it has their email address. And that multiplies by 132 in one sheet and 206 in another sheet. It has phone numbers as well. Okay, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time in this because it's already served its purposes. Oh my god. It's got usernames and passwords. I didn't notice that, guys. My god, I didn't notice that. Um, so, for obvious reasons, I'm blurring this out in different places. But you can see that I'm not lying. It's got username and password here, and it's got, even if it's blurred out, it's got the actual username and the actual password. Not nice, okay, not cool. Even if this was a congress that already happened or whatnot, this is definitely not something to have in the public. And this is how that style of Google Advanced Search can give you interesting results. Okay, let's try another one. Alrighty. Now I'm going to look for something interesting for the morbid people, which is most of us. Don't tell me I'm wrong. It's true. Like, all of us have a certain morbid thing to look at things we're not supposed to. And what I'm going to show you is how to find a certain type of camera. Okay? The way we do it in Google is, well, there are several ways depending on the type of camera. So you need to kind of find out what sort of strings are present when you access a brand of a camera, a brand of camera in its web portal. You need to find some keywords that always come, no matter what camera it is, that always come in the URL. And like in this case, what I'm doing, I'm putting in URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Google to look within the URL, okay? And I'm going to give it a specific string that will allow me to find a camera, okay? So I will open quotes to specify a string is coming, and since it's a string, I want to match everything, including the capitals. So viewer frame, then question mark, then mode, and then equal sign, and then I close the quotes. Okay, so we will do a search and see what we find. So you can see that at least the first results say network cameras, webcams you can zoom and control. Well, this is other people that are creating websites that have these type of cameras that are not secured and connected to the web, and for you to browse. Okay, and you can find one here. It has, it seems, Japanese characters, and you can click it, and guys, this is available in Google. You can see it's in the first results, and it's a camera that belongs to someone that is connected to the web and transmitting live. Okay, so don't blame me for what you're about to see. Okay, so we see a cage. Maybe it's like a veterinary facility, because I can see a cage. It looks like it belongs to an animal. Okay. I'm switching to channel 3. Oh, there you go. Giraffes. I mean, I'm not laughing at them. It's kind of cruel to see them in a cage, but honestly, did you expect to see a giraffe entering in a random camera in Google? Well, there you go. Giraffes. This is so random. Okay, let's see what else we find. Okay, you have giraffe number 1. Well, we have 3 channels that are active. And we can manage it. I mean, we really have access. We can zoom in. We can zoom out. I don't understand Japanese, so I'm not sure of, what controls I'm using. But that's for sure that these giraffes were not supposed to be that easily seen from the web. So there you go. There you go. Your friend Josue just showed you some giraffes you didn't expect to see. Okay. And if you continue, I guess you're gonna find a lot more different results of cameras. Okay. It seems I've been in one of those. I think, and don't think that I'm just looking for weird stuff. I try to filter things before I show them to you. So I'm guilty. I knew about the giraffes. I think this one is about like, there you go, dogs. Dogs, right? There you go. They're playing. Let's switch the channels here. See if we find any other dog. Okay, well they have a room for themselves, and it seems they're having fun. So dogs, okay. So this is part of Google hacking, right? These are strings that will show you something, and you need to do your research to see, what stuff are you looking for. And of course, that using other Google operators that allow you to filter host name, for example, you can start to look for specific things against the specific target you're planning to hack. Okay. So in order to help you get acquainted with Google hacking, and in order to help you understand how to build these strings, there is a super useful website which is called GHDV, which stands for the Google Hacking Database. And currently it's being maintained by Offensive Security. Offensive Security also offers a certification path for hacking, which is really good, labs, training, and other stuff. I'm not making advertisement for them. It's just they're a very interesting company. They're also the developers and maintainers of Kali Linux, which is an operating system we're going to use throughout this course. So let's just browse this. What is the Google Hacking Database? Well, here it tells you about the origins and what it is. Now, search. This is what we want. Search the Google Hacking Database. Alright, so you can search it, or you can choose categories. And you can see the categories here. Footholds, files containing usernames, sensitive directories, web server detection, vulnerable files, vulnerable servers, error messages, sensitive online shopping info, network or vulnerability data. Okay, and you can even find some of the latest ones here. You can see this is from February the 14th. This is the day which we're recording this. By the way, happy Valentine's Day. And then let's see. Let's try to find vulnerable files. It says there are 62 strings pre-built for you. And you can even click on the screen. You can of course copy it and put it on a browser and it'll work. But you can even go there and click on it and it'll give you a description of what it does. See, in this case, this one says get ID3 demo can allow directory traversal, deleting files, etc. Wow, so you can actually do bad stuff on somebody else's website. Okay, so that is a description of the Google Dork Okay, so the actual search in question. Let's see. Look at this description. Didn't see this anywhere in the Google hacking database, but it's been known for a while and widely abused by others. So this is the Google dork. That means this is the search query. Okay, you're gonna put here, and it says sites that use the force download PHP script are vulnerable to URL manipulation, and will spit out any file on the local site, including the PHP files themselves, with all server-side code, not the rendered page, but the source itself. So guys, this is huge and it's terrible. And all you need to do is type this into the Google search engine, and you're likely going to find some of those sites. I hit on it, and there you go. Okay, so I'm not going to download them or anything, but you get the hold of it, right? And it starts with all in URL. So this has to be in the URL, and all of it needs to be there. And if it contains force download.php question mark file equal sign, then it is going to be a site which you can abuse and get files that you're not supposed to get. So again, you can literally spend hours in the Google hacking database, and I hope you do. It's fun, and it'll help you a lot to also be able to come up with your own strings. Once you get the hold of it, you will use things that you learn from one or the other and recycle and build out your own strings, and perhaps customize these strings to only search for the domain you're interested into hacking, and you might get actually some very interesting results. Okay, so before we finish, I found this very nice resource. It's a cheat sheet to get you started with Google syntax and what the different operators do. This is not a hacking resource, it's just a general purpose resource for advanced Google users. But I think you're gonna find it useful to have in a PDF, and that together with your browsing and experimenting of the Google hacking database, I think will be the necessary toolkit for you to start doing some Google hacking. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'm sure it's gonna be of benefit for your security career.